Hello, good evening, everyone. Federico Nisi here, and
Thomas Sims.
from the Novak headquarters.
And tonight we are going to tell you the most effective way to track the Northern Beaches property market. Right.
Hello, good evening again.
Sorry for a little technical difficulty. The wrong intro played for a little bit there, but that's okay. Federico, how are you?
I'm very well, Thomas. What about yourself?
I'm good.
You had a great day?
I did. How was yours?
It was intense, as
long.
usual. Yeah, hectic.
Monday's always one of the
But
longest
always
days.
fun. Remember, always fun. Because we always have fun here at Novak.
All right, so tonight, we are going to take you through a few things so that you can track the Northern Beaches property market very well. So the first thing we'll do is find out how real estate agents find property stock lists.
Our little secrets.
Now, would you like to reveal the little secret that we agents use?
Of course, the little secret is paper, pen, and write down realestate.com.
Realestate.com, that's right.
Yeah,
And
that's our secret.
you don't actually need
To log in, exactly. Those are tools everyone can use, not only real estate agent. So it's very easy. We go on the website and we track the property.
so
How many property they are on sale, how many property they are on rent, for rent. So yeah, pretty easy. This is our secret. This is what we do.
the easiest way to do it, for example, if you were to look how many properties are listed in the Northern Beaches, you go to the Buy tab, you search in Northern Beaches, click on it, and then search, and that's it. It'll tell you exactly how many properties are listed on realestate.com in the Northern Beaches area. So, as real estate agents, we've gathered in a couple numbers from July this year up until now, just to then explain to you and explore the Northern Beaches market trends with professional insights from us.
Correct. So we start from July. For sale in July, there were 549 properties for sales. Then we got in August, they became 735.
So you see a big rise there.
We're going up.
How long does it rise for? So what month does it then start to drop?
It started to drop in November, let's say. November and December and January are the lowest
So that's
months actually in real estate.
I'm sure a lot of people would know that period is both summer and Christmas, which there in itself explains why how many properties are listed drops. So how much of a drop have we seen this year so far?
So far, if we start from July, in October there were 975, and now we're going down to 852. So there's more than 100 properties in a month.
Wow. So in that 4-week period already since October, we've seen about 120 properties come off the market. So that's a lot of sales. That's a lot of sales. Good maths. That's a lot of sales and not a lot of listing. So that's where owners are not looking to sell this close to Christmas because they don't want to have to deal with that stress and all of the efforts over the Christmas period. You want to have that break. You might be going away as well. And then at the same time, there's still, are you seeing a lot of buyers out right now?
Plenty of buyers actually out there. Plenty of buyers. So what we see now, we got property, actually they not stay very long on the market, especially apartments. They stay for a few days. We got an example here. Thomas sold a unit in Mosman in how many? 5 days?
5 days.
Correct. So this is the trend around this period. We got properties entering in the market and not staying more than a week.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of buyers out there just snapping at properties.
Before, as Thomas said, before Christmas, before all the holidays. So we're going to have the end of December and January are the quietest let's call it month of the year, because we got holiday, and then during spring is going up again. This is pretty much cyclical.
Yeah, no, he's 100% right. And in terms of the rental market, so we won't just look at sales, we'll compare with the rental market. Since July, what have you kind of seen?
Yeah, decrease. The numbers are decreasing. So in July, we had around 544 rental properties. Now in November, we are 328.
Wow.
So this means...
So about 6 months, you're looking at over 200, like near 250 properties down, which tells us that owners and landlords are looking to either move into their property or what we've seen, at Novak, they sell the property. So if in terms of being a renter, for you renters out there, it is a tough market at the moment. I've seen properties go very quickly. A lot of renters as always, but stock's getting quite low.
Especially with summertime and the good weather, everyone wants to be on the beaches. It's the best place. The Northern Beach is one of the best places in Sydney, so everyone wants to be here. We got a lot of backpackers as well. So we got people coming from abroad doing their season in Sydney, and they come in summertime. They do the summertime experience and they move to Queensland.
There you go. So what we will do next is learn how to read the market and explain and get you to know the best periods to buy and to sell. So we had a look about roughly 3 to 5 years back. Now we know 2020 and 2021 was COVID.
Correct.
So starting from 2021, we saw a record low around that January 2021 period. And being January, not a lot of stock on the market regardless of COVID. But since then, what have you kind of seen, Federico, when looking back?
Since then, what we're going to see, I've got a graph in front of me. That's why I'm looking down all the time. We can see is a cycle repeating every year. So we got the lowest points are always in August and January, 21, 22, 23, 24. Every year, August and January are the lowest. And we got the peak in November and March every year. It's like the shares when you
and that's
share market at the end of the day.
And that's the same. It's the same in terms of whether you're buying or selling a house and a unit. They tend to follow each other. And Federico, what, in your opinion, would be the reason for that kind of high, that peak and that low being where it is?
Help me. What can be the reason?
So we see the peaks in November. This is in listings. So a lot of people are looking to list their properties and sell before Christmas.
Before Christmas.
A bit of a Christmas rush.
Before,
now, in terms of that rise and that peak in March as well, that's that post-Christmas period where people have come back from holidays, people have had their Christmas break, and now they're looking to get that end of summer market, start of autumn. So you start to see everyone start to list their properties, which gives buyers a whole lot of choice and variety, which then affects that market price as well.
And we got the lowest one right after Christmas, so January, where we got holidays. Everyone is on holiday. And we got August as well, winter time.
That's right.
Yeah, correct.
And don't forget those seasons.
Yeah.
The seasons actually dictate the market in their own ways. And it depends when you're looking at buying or selling. You may want to look into the seasons and how they affect the market. So if you look at your most stable periods, it tends to be after that March period where you've peaked. You start to see a slight drop in the market in terms of listings, but then it holds steady.
Correct.
Through winter to around that end of winter, the August period. So if you're looking for a steady sale, stress-free, that winter market is definitely yours. But if you're looking for that highest price, what seasons do you suggest, Federico?
For the highest price, I would suggest October, and then we got March and October. Yeah, what we got there.
You start to see that property, well, the listings go up to the highest point. That's not always the best case and the best situation to sell. You might want to sell when there's the least amount of listings. So that tends to be around potentially December. If you're seeing a lot of buyers in December still, regardless of Christmas, might be a good time to sell. Buyers don't have a lot of choice. So they make their decision there, or they choose to wait. So it's a risky time. But you see a drop after March and April too. So low stock means hot competition for all the buyers out there. So if there's a lot of buyers but not a lot of stock, you'll start to see that property price lift.
Going up. Yeah.
So
correct.
Well said. Do you have any other questions? Do you have any questions based
on? Not really, but if someone from home have a question, please write down. Are we on Facebook, isn't it?
Oh, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Everything.
Hopefully we answer all your questions, guys. There's nothing special we do. We just read graphs and we try to help you in the best way possible.
That's it.
And thank you, Thomas.
No, thank you, Federico, for joining me. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to give us a call. We never sleep. We're open 24/7.
24/7, guys.
Come in, have a free coffee, sit down, have some biscuits, and have a chat with us anytime if you do have any questions.
From Federico Nisi
and Thomas Sims.
That's all. Thank you again.
Bye.